Alright everybody, this is 9K here. We're back. I just went ahead and got Rick Weapon Master and Lizelle. I'm gonna get Paul on Master later. Let's go back and we'll choose our subclass. I'm gonna choose Necromancy, and the reason why is because later on you get all sorts of summons, and honestly I just think that's fun. That's me. Now a lot of people like Abjuration or Evocation or Conjuration. But I prefer Necromancy. We've already got Absorb Elements. False Life. I've got Snare already, I've got Magic Missile already. I've got most of this already. So we can go Ice Knife, and let's go Chromatic Orb. Thunder Wave. I'm wearing armor, so this won't do me any good because it says can't be wearing armor. Cause Fear. That will be extremely useful because during Fear, people can't move. Oh, he's not wearing boots. I did not know that. Then we got Will. Level 4 Warlock. Alright, we got Sword Burst. That's a melee. Green Flame Blade, Gust. Poison Spray. Toll of the Dead. Create Bonfire. Magic Stone. Let's see how well Magic Stone does in this game. I'm going to get Invisibility. It's an extremely useful feat. Let's go with Ability Improvement, and we're going to pump that Charisma up. Because I'm going to Sword Lock him. Produce Flame is actually pretty useful. What else do I have? I mean, I've got quite a few spells. Blindness, quite useful. Really not gonna care about Detect Good and Evil for now. I'm going to cast that for now. Sanctuary is always useful. Bless is always useful. I don't really use that much on her. Huh. They gain resistance to all damage and +1 to their armor class and saving throws each time an ally takes damage. You take the same amount of damage. I'm going to do Inflict Wounds. Well, maybe not. And use Bane. And then Feats. I'm just gonna pump my wisdom. Remember, we can always respect this later at Wither's Sight. For the type of spellcasters they all are, pumping their wisdom is extremely useful.
Well, eat it. Can't give up now. If not over, then through.
I can barely make this jump.
Open up.
Like I said, I've been over here, but I haven't really done anything over here. Okay. Looks like we'll be talking to Gale again. That's always good. Which means he probably needs another magical.
My condition likes being ignored as little as I do. I must consume another artifact. And soon.
I'm really not worried about dancing lights.
Thank you. Good gods. It hardly has any effect. Oh, Mistra, have mercy on us all. Listen, I need to speak to you, to all of you. It would be unconscionable of me to remain silent.
Sorry, I know you couldn't hear me. I just realized that I had my mic up by my head, so if you've been hearing something, you've been hearing muffled. We got back, we finished leveling everybody up, we came across here. I gave him that, as you saw. It's not doing very much, so let's go on, let's find out.
I might just be about to remedy that. You have to know who I was. You have to know who I really am. What I am is a walking shadow of the promise I once held. I'm what one might call a wizard prodigy. Who from an early age could not only control the weave, but compose it. Much like a musician or a poet.
He's a Magic the Gathering card, by the
earned me
way.
the attention of the mother of magic herself. The Lady of Mysteries. The goddess Mistra. She revealed herself to me and she became my teacher. In time, she became my muse. And later, even my lover.
Remember, I'm a good guy. But like I said, Gale, the Wizard of Waterdeep, is actually a Magic the Gathering card.
Oh, yes. We enjoyed each other's company. Body, mind, and soul. But even so, I desired more. You see, no matter how powerful a wizard we mortals can become, we never scratch more than the surface of the weave. Mistra keeps us in check. There are boundaries she doesn't let us cross. Yet, every time I was with her, I stood on the precipice, gazing into the wonders that lay beyond. I sought to cross her boundaries.
Remember, I'm a good
I tried
guy.
to convince her. I pouted. I pleaded. Swore my ambition was only to serve her better. She only smiled and told me to be contented. Inconceivable as it seems to me now, I shared a bed with a goddess, yet I wasn't satisfied. So I sought to prove myself worthy to her instead.
That always ends well.
Come now to the crux of my folly. Shall I share the story behind it, or would you rather head straight to its sordid finale?
I wanted the story.
Very well. Here goes. Once upon a very long time ago, a mighty lord lived in a tower. A flying tower, to be precise. I'll save his history for another time, but the gist of it is that he sought to usurp the goddess of magic. He almost managed, but not
Oh,
quite.
crap.
His entire empire, Netheril, came crashing down around him as he turned to stone. The magic that was unleashed that day
I'll explain
was
what I missed.
phenomenal. Roiling like the prime chaos that outdates creation. Even the weave itself could not withstand the onslaught. It fractured, then shattered, and all magic was lost to the mortal realms. Until the day Mystra returned. She restored the weave, reuniting all its scattered shards. Or so I thought. Until, in the course of my studies, I learned of a book. A Netherese tome in which a piece of the fractured weave had been sealed beyond her reach. What if, I thought, what if, after all this time, I could return this lost part of herself to the goddess?
What I accidentally missed before, I didn't mean to click through. I shifted and I accidentally hit it. Mystra is magic. She's not just the goddess of it, she is it. But her name was like Mystera or something back then. Mystra is her reincarnation. She is magic. Well, when that guy tried to do and become the god of magic, you can't use magic to become the goddess of magic, who is magic herself. So, of course, the spell failed. He almost succeeded, but he didn't. And because, as he said, you know, the floating island, when he did it, fractured the weave, which fractured Mystra, and magic went away.
The answer was to try. The outcome was to fail. I was certain that this deed of raw power, draped in romance, would convince Mystra to take me by the hand and welcome me into her hitherto forbidden domains. I was mistaken. I obtained the fabled book and took it into my study. As for what happened next... Here. Place your hand over my heart. Let me show you.
I haven't actually seen this far, so...
You feel the tadpole quiver as you realize Gale is letting you in. Into the dark. You see through Gale's eyes, staring down the corridors of a dread memory. A book, bound, and suddenly opened. Inside there are no pages, only a swirling mass of blackest weave that pounces. Its teeth, its claws, it's unstoppable as it digs through and becomes part of you. And God says it ever hungry.
What is it? What do you see?
Thankfully, the moment I absorbed the fragment wasn't enough to kill me outright. It was only the beginning.
So he absorbed a fragment of the
Netherese
original
blight,
magic
orb,
goddess.
for lack of a better word, is balled up inside my chest. And it needs to be fed. As long as I absorb traces of the weave from potent enough sources, it remains quiet. Were it ever to fully destabilize, however.
You will die.
Rather worse, actually.
Oh shit.
I will erupt. I don't know the exact magnitude of the eruption, but given my studies of Netherese magic, I'd say even a fragment as small as the one I carry, it'd level a city the size of Waterdeep.
You thrice-damned rotten bastard! You've been the greatest threat to our lives all this time!
I swear to you I wasn't. But I've no choice but to admit I am now. Perhaps it would be best if I leave. Put as much distance between us as I can before the orb erupts.
Fuck that. You're my magic attacker.
We might chance upon a king's collection of magical artifacts around the corner. We might cross paths with a miracle round the bend. Then again, we might not. All of this. It must feel like a betrayal. Say the word, and we'll part ways.
You're a wizard. I'm not parting ways with you. You're one of the most powerful classes in the game.
You'd have us debate that Netherese jack-in-the-box should be a blip on the horizon by now.
I'm in two minds. And frankly, don't care a great deal. Either decision is fine by me.
She's my deciding factor.
That is a great relief. Oh, a great relief indeed. You truly are a soul that steals my own. From all my new rallied heart, I thank you. I thank you all. I understand if you stand against me. I'm humbled if you stand with me. Either way, I will do my best not to let you down.
Let's hope so.
I stand at a precipice, but if you do not give up hope, neither shall I. I'll fight. I'll resist as long as I can. Now, even I am tired of the sound of my own voice. Let us venture forth.
Sure, let's do that.
Still breathing, despite everything. Moving in. Something tore right through these people. They didn't stand a chance. Always room for more.
The creature's eyes roll back in its head, equal parts bliss and agony. She'd eaten, feasted, and yet, looking into her eyes, you can see it wasn't enough. She's still hungry.
This is how gnolls are made.
Come, see, my flesh becomes new flesh.
You hear what comes next before you see it. The sharp snapping of bones, and a yelp of pain as her body starts to twist and undulate. The hyena moans softly as its body contorts, ribs cracking and flesh tearing.
I'm gonna strike now while it's vulnerable. I really don't want to have to fight an extra gnoll if I don't have to.
You land a swift strike against her skull. She yelps, then goes still. Whatever horrific creature was growing inside the hyena dies along with her.
A gnoll, that's what was growing inside her. Back up.
Go for the throat.
Can't they?
Step quick.
Battle favors the fearless.
One beast's broken away, and it won't be returning alone.
This is my time. Making my move.
Pick up the fireworm barrel. Definitely gonna do that.
I don't fancy their chances. Let's light them up.
Yes, let's.
Can't give up. Not now. Got to press on. I will ascend. Taking position.
Where do I go from here?
Shall we cut and run?
Djmr.
You're mine.
Battle favors the fearless. I know just what to do.
Never seen that before.
It certainly puts the miracle of birth in a new light.
Let them come. We will rip them from top to tail.
Anything of use?
I admire your courage, Gale.
Thank you. Any particular reason?
Between the orb and the bug, you've got more than your fair share of unwelcome passengers.
What can I say? Mother always taught me to be a gracious host. Maybe I need more pockets.
Good news is I'm already of a high enough level that once I get Karlach, I can kill the paladins she wants me to kill.
What's in here?
Someone made short work of these gnolls. Made it look easy, too. That's someone to be reckoned with.
See, I've never gone up here before I've met Karlach, so I'm going to see if I can talk to these paladins and if they try to give me some sob story or something. Seriously, I'm interested.
Moving ahead.
Like, I know these paladins are up here. I know Karlach wants us to help her kill them. Because they're not actually paladins of what they say they are. They actually work for the goddess, or the demon that wants Karlach back. But I don't know a huge amount about it. That's basically all I know. Well, obviously they're not attacking me, so that's good.
Who's there? Please, keep your distance. You're welcome to shelter here, but we've grave injuries to tend to. A devil, the most deadly foe we've yet encountered. We are paladins of Tyr, Lord of Justice. He sent us after an infernal being, straight out of the Nine Hells, hiding in the form of a one-horned tiefling.
One horn? Then you mean Karlach, Archdevil's bootlicker.
You know her, which means you know what the Fiend is capable of. She slaughtered countless refugees fleeing the Absolute. Yesterday, she butchered an entire family without mercy. We
Yeah, I
are
don't-
lucky to survive our encounter with her.
I don't think that's true.
She ran toward the river when she saw we were merely wounded, not dead. Down the hill from here, she must pay for her crimes. If you capture her, you will have served. This is the sword of justice, blessed by Tyr. I've wielded it since I swore my oath. It's all I have, but it's yours if you stop her. Bring me her head, and Tyr will consider her crimes repaid. May the just God guide you.
So they want me to help them.
Very well.
If you want to go poking around in the cellar, be my guest. Plug your nose first, though. Corpse, half rotted to mush. Must have been down there a 10-day or more. It was a toll house. By the time we arrived, it was more like a slaughterhouse. There's more monsters than coin moving down this road. There's a locked door down the hatch. Doesn't look like anyone's managed to get in. If there's any gold left, that's where it'll be.
Nice. See, this is shit I didn't know before.
Need any supplies? We've fewer mouths to feed now. Oh, you fool. We'll destroy you.
What the hell? Opportunity attack. Why do you guys gotta make this so difficult?
This will do nicely.
I am fury. I am death.
Trip attack. Knock him off.
Mistra Rill.
Fine. You want to be like that? We'll be like that.
one by one. Knight to king 5.
Talk to me.
This isn't going great. There we go. Blinded. Oh shit. I'm going to load before we entered here because I don't want to do this fight without Karlach. I feel like we may lose out on certain, you know, things. I did not mean to attack them. I really didn't. Okay, so now I know you can at least go up there and talk to him. There's that. I should be more than high enough level to kill them. But now that we know that's what you can do, I'm going to go ahead and stop it here, and I'm going to reload, as you can see, and then we're going to go get Karlach.